we're back to another custom review. And today we're looking at the Transformers Legends of Cybertron Shattered Glass Goldbug. So here he is in his car mode, and of course we take a look at him, take a quick look at the paints. Let's make the camera up just a little bit, because he is small. So of course I did use some gray surface primer, which still doesn't quite fit in frame. And then the usual semi-gloss clear. Focus a little bit. And then some TS29 semi-gloss black, which will maybe focus a little bit. You can see me. Oh. Then I use some hand-painted semi-gloss black to kind of fill in any little missing detail that the spray paint missed. If it'll focus. A lot of focusing issues today. Come on. Some royal blue. Chrome silver. And red. So here he is in his car mode, and this is just continuing the trend I started with Starscream, where I'm essentially just taking their Cybertron Legends toy and painting it in their Shattered Glass colors. Which Goldbug was a lot more complicated because, yeah, I'm just gonna go and get him. Here is the original, and you can kind of see the original one has like all these unique like yellow stripes going along. That's just really hard to, you know, like recreate here. Like I recreated some of it. Mainly the sides here, like I masked off this, and then I painted those bits in silver. Of course, I didn't paint the black part of it, but you know, it's a Legends toy. I think it's fine. Like the goal here is to kind of make a smaller, more simplified version, which I think this kind of works. Like the one thing I wish I did is I wish I would have masked these off just to sort of have the yellow thing going there. Which, I mean, I'm sort of debating about doing a second one just because I'll have a spare of these. So I might do another one. If I do another one, I might get rid of this one for another reason or two as well, which we'll get into later. But for now, I do think this translated the colors more or less pretty well. Like I think if Hasbro made one, in like general retail back in the days, is probably how it would have looked. And then to show the spare one I still have, here he is with. This is actually the Bumblebee repaint, which is sort of rare. Which I little quick story time. When I was initially looking for this custom. For the figure for this custom, someone's like, I don't know, man, I gotta steal one, but it's kind of rare. I'd have to charge like $80 for it, and I was like, yeah, no. And so in that time, I got one for $10, and I got one in a lot of four for about $40. So I got another one for about $10, and then I just bought a sealed one for I think with shipping it was like $22. So I have 3 of them, and I'm only a little bit over half the cost of that first one. So you know, stay wooden. Oh, and the little fins are still black in here because I figured trying to get them out. I was gonna paint the blue, but I figured trying to get them out, they would just like chip like at the corner here because you had to like use your nail to kind of get in there. I figured it'd be a little bit of a mess, so I decided to just leave them black. And then here he is with Starscream, and I think they look quite cute together. I like seeing little Shattered Glass Legends toys. I love Legends toys anyway, so it's like this is kind of. This is taking it for me in a way that like New Age just can't, or it's really just a normal Legends toy. You know, this one I went way harder on the details, dear Lord. To be fair, I think that's just a better one. That's like the best those things got, right? That is the best one that they did. But yeah, he is nice and cute. Like I said, I'm pretty much like I said. This is the Bumblebee variant, so all the yellow that you see was from the original figure. I just masked it off. Which I think turned out quite well. I was gonna spray paint this. I think I might have mentioned this earlier. I don't know. Like I was gonna spray paint this, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because I feel like that would have gotten in the way. I maybe could have masked around it, but hand paint didn't turn out too bad. Mainly the windshield right there is a little thing there. I don't know how that got in there. I didn't paint the headlights because I knew I'd messed up horribly. That's way too small of a detail. I would have messed that up so bad. And I did research to make sure that I was justified, and the Red Alert repaint did not paint in the headlights because it painted the whole side of the car. So you know what? Justified. Bam. I win. I did it. But anyways, transformation on this is the same as the other, as just this mold in general about the arms. Pull that down. Pop this up to rotate it around. So I did a little paint chip like right there. It was like right after I clear coated it. I tried something like 4 times before I clear coated it. And the first one after I clear coat, bam. Anyway, get that around. Go ahead and like split the arms a bit. You want to try to like lift it up as you rotate it. just to be safe. Get them all situated here. And then here is little baby Goldbug in his robot mode. And he is still quite adorable in his robot mode. Little close up here on the details. Now the head is a bit tricky because, you know, Goldbug had a brand new head and I obviously can't do it here. Because this head doesn't remove, or doesn't come off, even though I think it was intended to. Like if you, let me see if I can do it on the other one. I want to show this, it's a fun little fact. Which, I guess, real quick, here's Bumblebee. You kind of see how they look together. Here's a fun little fact. The chests can just pop off. Or at least it did on that one. Maybe not on this one. Come on. Okay, maybe not. But it's like, it's sculpted in for like a half of a mushroom peg joint in there. Like, it's just already sculpted in. But then the other half, it's like bulged out. And, like, I feel like this mold would have benefited so much from a neck joint. Like, I get why it doesn't have elbows, sure. Even though I think it could have had knees. Like, I think they could have probably left a cutout back here so this could bend. But, like, this would have so benefited from a neck joint. But, yeah, you can see how they turned out. I couldn't do the yellow thighs just because these would have chipped horribly. That's really the only detail that, like, I would have done that I just couldn't. It's a bit unfortunate. Which, let's bring in big old boy Goldbug here. And you can see, it does still kind of complete the task of being like a simplified version. You know, I do wish I would have picked out, like a lighter blue for like the head and the little road. Because I did paint these in too, but they're really hard to see because it's a dark blue. But I wish I would have picked out a lighter blue for those. If I do this custom again, I'm definitely going to do that next time. Camera just a little bit. But for now, I do think it still mostly translates alright. I made sure to mask these off so they had the little yellow triangles going on. I don't think he even has those lines sculpted in there, so I couldn't have painted those in if I wanted. And then the Autobot logo on the shoulder, there's nowhere to put it. He just doesn't have one. I don't think I have like a little micro one. Both places for Autobot logos on this is impossible because one's on the shoulder, and that's not there. And the other one's on the front of the car, right there, and that's not happening. So like, he doesn't get the faction symbol. It ain't happening. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier, I tried to shave the head a little bit so it'd be a little bit closer to Goldbug's. Focus. Like I tried to, I shaved down the middle fin bit here. I tried to shave down the face to where the helmet shape would be a little bit closer. And I gave him the mouth plate. I couldn't really give him a visor. I did try. I tried to like carve out a bit extra space around the eyes, but I couldn't really do it. Let me just bring in the original head so you can kind of see. But you, actually, let me fold this back so you can see a bit better. Yeah. See, like I got rid of like the top fin a little bit. I reshaped the front of it. Like I said, it's really hard to tell because it's just bright yellow. But I did try. It's very, very mixed how it went, but I gave it a shot. That's what we ended up with. And I think it's okay for what I had to work with. Because I can't really get a new head made because it's part of like his chests. Because like this comes apart in 3 pieces. Because you know this piece comes off and won't freaking let me. That one like came off so easily. This one just won't. Maybe this one's glued better. I'm gonna have a harder time getting this one off than if I'm gonna do a custom out of it. But see, it's like the chest plate comes off, and then this back piece is apart, and this front piece is apart. And the back plate is what the head is attached to. Now I don't think I can just get a new whole back of the figure. So that ain't happening. And then to bring him in again, here is Starscream. Which, like I said, I think Starscream just turned out better in general. Like I could match his details a lot easier. And plus, I got to experiment more with my spray painting, which I got to experiment with Goldbug a little bit, but not really too much. Which, I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, but the only bit of chipping so far is like the little bits around the backs of the thighs. Then there's like a little line right at that hinge you can barely see, and he's so bright. that the camera's not going to pick up. There we go. You can kind of see it. It's like right before the hinge. Just a little line. So, you know, I think we're doing pretty solid. But yeah, these two are really just cute. I like them. They're really adorable. I want to try to do... I'm going to do at least 3. The only other one that I can really do is Galvatron. Because the evac mold. Which I have a figure. I have the... Gosh, what version is it? Whirl. I have the Universe Whirl. I think it's Universe. Which I think is the closest one. I wish one of them had, like, black plastic as its limb pieces. That one just has, like, dark gray. So I don't know if I'm going to keep the dark gray or if I'm going to make it black. I might just keep the dark gray. These are all going to be a little bit inaccurate anyway, so, like... Like, Goldbug here doesn't have the right colored thighs, so, like, who cares? Who cares, right? It's just me. These are just meant to be fun, adorable little projects, and I like them for that. I like the fun of experimentation with these and just kind of messing around. Which I want to do a 4th one, but there's no one else I can really do accurately. I'd say maybe Alpha Trion, since technically Bakan Alpha Trion is Shattered Glass Alpha Trion. So like I could maybe do him, but I don't have a Vector Prime mold on. He's like the only one I don't have the mold of. I used to have one. I don't have one anymore, and I wish I did. I really want one again. He only has 2 repaints, either Vector Prime or Scattershot. Maybe get like the Galaxy Force one or the Easy Collection one. That one probably looks really nice. I don't know. Alright, as for Goldbug, I do like him. I like him a little bit less than Starscream, I think. Just because he had a little bit of issues and like the clear coating kind of messed up on him. Which is probably just a me thing, but just my own... Probably just my own ignorance. Like, it kind of made this weird effect on his legs, mainly. I'd clean off a bit of it, so it looks a lot better than it did initially. But I like left a lot of like particles and such. It's the same thing happened with Hardhead, Shattered Glass Hardhead. So I don't know. Like I said, if I do a second one, I probably won't do a video on it, but I'll probably just it'll definitely be on my socials. And I'll probably sell off this one. I don't know. I don't know if that'll happen anytime soon, because semi-gloss black spray paint is really hard to get. I found my paint store like 2 times over the last 3 or 4 weeks. And both times I had like one single bottle, and I had to use it for other things. So I've used it all for this. I ordered some more because I have another project I want to do, which I teased on my socials a little bit about a week or 2 ago. So that'll probably be next. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, another one of these done. Now, like I said, I like him. He's cute. He's maybe replaceable, but for now, he has a home. And that home is here. Anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So, please remember to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews. And please don't forget to subscribe. You can also check out my Facebook and Twitter pages. Links in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.